G'day everyone, how's it going? What's been going on? You'll have to bear with me. I'm still trying to just human. I just am always tired recently. Hey Sue, hey Angie, hey Mona, hey Ashley. I just am tired all the time, and my brain does not want to function in its full capacity. Not that it had a really good capacity anyway, but you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, human is difficult. Can I just leave it like this and I don't put anything down and say it's done? I am so I don't think I've been as nervous about starting a page for a long, long time. I am legit procrastinating about starting. I'm like, I'm scared. I don't want to. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing wrong? What do I want to do? Oh, Shell, long time no see. Of 2 minutes. What book is this? This is the Inkhouse. The Inkhouse by Rory Dobner. And I have had it for, I won't mention how long. You sent it to me. Actually, come to think about it, this is Shell sent this to me. It was Happy Mail from Shell. But I'm like, I'm nervous as to even start. Yeah, washing dishes. That's all right. I'm just, background noise for the dishwashing component. All right, let's do this. I'm going to go in. Wish me luck. I have Antique Linen by the Distressed Ink. I'm going to start off light and see and just see what happens, because I'm nervous. Nervous to start. Nervous to start. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Might zoom in a little so you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, maybe not that far. Oh, up there we go. Let's go on a roller coaster ride. Woo! And now just make sure that's in focus. All righty. How's she looking now? How's she looking now? It's like yeah, I've seen so many people actually get to do this, because this was supposed to be done last week, but we have a story to tell. Are you ready for story time? Are we ready for story time? As to why there was no stream last week. Not COVID this time, not, anything I'm working or anything like that, the normal reasoning. Are we ready for the story time of why we had no stream? So, Miss Angie has been tossing up about seeing if she can get her license back. And I go, well, if you're going to get your license back, let's try on something else first before you get behind the wheel of a 2-ton vehicle. And I said, go get an electric scooter. That way you can scoot into town, because it's like a half an hour walk into town. It'd probably be a 10-minute electric scoot into town, right? Into the town centre. And so we went and got this electric scooter. So she tries it one day. And then the next day decides to ride into town on it. Oh, 2 days later. Yeah, but you still hadn't practiced anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decide to ride into town on this electric scooter, don't we? I'm at work and I get this text that says, I have fallen off. Now, here comes the excuses. Wait. The excuses are going to come. Angie's going to come with the excuses now. It wasn't her fault, of course. It was the old man's fault in the the whatever he was in that she had to stop for and go around. But anyway, so so she fell off. So I get this thing that she fell off the scooter. I'm like, okay. And then she's like, oh, I just hurt my foot. And then I get the thing, I've made it home. And I'm like, oh, it must be too bad. She must have just had a scrape. Yeah, no worries. I get home. She can't even walk. She's like struggling to walk on it. And I have a look. And yeah, her foot is black. It's black and it's huge. And I'm like, lovely. Have you even riced and compressed this? You know, like the typical, we all done first aid, you know, rest, ice, compress, elevate, you know, the 4 main things to do when you injure an appendage, right? No, she had gone on and kept working and doing stuff. Sorry, I nearly swore. Stuff that she didn't need to do. And I'm like, you know, hours later, I finally rice and compress it. And getting it up, and I'm like, and I did checked it, and I'm like, circulation's there. It's okay with all of the swelling. There's still circulation, so that's good. And I was pressing it, and she's putting weight on. I'm like, oh, I don't think it's fractured. No worries, Renee. Hello, my darling. And I'm like, I don't think it's fractured. Okay, cool. But we'll just keep an eye on it. Now, to top the story off, Auntie's diabetic. So if anyone's diabetic, you understand what diabetes and feet is about, right? So I'm like, okay. I said, we'll check it the next day. And I'm like, cool. So next day she goes, Auntie had a art workshop booked with my mentor, person that's taught me how to draw and stuff, and booked in, and she went, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Just she'll put her foot up and just relax. She didn't put her foot up while she was there. She didn't ask to have a chair to put her foot up. But anyway, so she sat there with her foot down all day, and then comes home and goes to have a shower. And I go down afterwards to put the, hey Robin, how's it going? I go down afterwards to put the compression bandage on. Look at it, and we're going to the hospital. Oh. I said, you knew I was going to say that. I don't know why you're even sitting there pretending that that's not going to happen. Because I tend not to go up to accident and emergency unless it's legit, because, you know, they're busy enough with their own stuff. And I'm like, we've got to go. We can't wait till Monday for the doctors because this is Saturday night. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm going to come in with mustard seed. And I'm like, okay, we're going to we'll head up to the hospital and see what happens up there. So we go up there at Saturday night. Surprisingly, wasn't crazy busy, which was fantastic because I was dreading going up there, thinking it's Saturday night. It's going to be so busy. It's not funny. I can show you the picture if people wanted to see it, but it's not a nice picture. So, but you know, if you're squeamish, you wouldn't enjoy it. So I take her up to the hospital, and they were awesome. They always are up there. But we got her in, and that was fine. And then we get the doctor comes around and goes, oh, I can't do anything if I don't, whether it's fractured or not. And I'm like, well, obviously. X-ray doesn't work during the nights, so you'll have to go home and come back tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, of course we will. And so then we we left there about midnight, and they had to put they said they'd put a temporary cast on it. So we had the security guard putting on a temporary cast because gotta love Queensland Health in the fact that, you know, they double duty people because of the massive shortage we have here on healthcare workers. So the security guard is also a wardie. So he does both jobs. I'm like, 2 for the price of 1. Excellent. But anyway, so I helped him put the cast on, come home. And that obviously the next morning when I'm due to stream, I had to take Angie back up to the hospital because we had to figure out what was going on because her foot was no good. Like it was that the edema was that bad that the blistering was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. And I was like, my gosh. So it was so then went back up and had to get the x-rays and stuff and CAT scans and whatever else. But thankfully it was not fractured. Under all of that, it was not fractured, which is fantastic. But the soft tissue damage is so bad that I'm just as worried about that because, as you know, infections and diabetics and feet are not the best mix. So, hey ghost, how's it going? And yeah, so now Angie is on crutches and a moon boot, and it's great.
Yeah, whatever.
But so it's like, okay. All right, let's come in with wild honey. Wild honey. Honey, honey, honey. Honey, honey. In a rich man's world. Oh, that's not the flower, that's the leaf. That's all right. But so now Angie is slightly incapacitated, but still stubborn as poo.
Yeah, well.
And kind of carried on like, you know, everything's fine. So when the next it's like you're not getting behind the wheel of my car anytime soon. And now here comes the excuses. Here comes the excuses. Here it comes. No, but you can run into someone and kill someone.
Oh, dear boy. Oh my gosh, has it been fun? And then so Georgia, what else happened this week? Georgia had her leadership speech. I wasn't able to go because I work at a different high school, so I couldn't go. But she had her speech for junior captain, and so very, very proud of my daughter. So she was like, you know, most people when they do the speech is like, I'm going to get, you know, lollies at the tuck shop or something. She got up and she said, I want to show that with leadership, you need to be aware of vulnerability and be vulnerable yourself. And came out as a member of the LGBTQI community in front of the entire assembly, and said, you know, I want to work and stand for people that are represented and make sure people feel safe. So that was what she did, which was really nice. But yeah, I wish I could have been there to support her, obviously. But totally proud of her. But yeah, how are you going to get there? Scoot into town? You don't look at me like that. I'm getting looked at big time here. I'm getting the look of I will kill you. You think you're funny, but I'm going to kill you when you're sleeping. Except she can't get upstairs without clomping and clattering, so I'll wake up. So I'm trying to go for a bit of a gilded, mostly gold with a bit of gilding kind of look. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see what happens. Okay. Can't guarantee it's going to work at all. Oh, hey Ezra, how's it going? Just coming back in with that mustard seed, and I'm just going to use that to blend out a little bit of this. Like I said, I don't use inks. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making this up, okay? So do not come at this thinking it's going to be good, because it's not. I am legit making crap up as we go. That's what color do I want next? Yeah, it intimidates the hell out of me too. Don't you worry about it. Like I'm like, oh my god, I've already messed it up. I've messed it up. So yeah, I'm with you, sweetheart. I am so with you there, because it's how I'm feeling. Hey Dee, how's it going? Yeah, I get that, Asna. I'm back at work full time. I'm struggling to even, and after COVID, I'm struggling to even function. What? You're kidding, Shell. What are you saying, Renee? Say what? But you had to dry your hands and say this. So, okay, I'm gonna get in trouble. You getting up me, or are you getting up Angie? Get up Angie, not me. That sounds good. It's get up Angie day, not get up Tammy day. Coming in with, what did I say this was? Peeled paint. Yeah, no, it's really not. So I'm trying to have in my head like the kind of idea of, old French wallpaper, that it's kind of there but not there. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. I know, blah, blah, blah. Let's put it this way. I'm not going to be no Karen at Zucchini Kitty. Like, honestly, that woman is a machine. What she did with this book, one can only dream of. I love the name of the inks. I know they're cool as. I was only having a discussion yesterday about Mr. Tim Holtzy. I had a friend come over, and she rated all of my papers and so forth, because she's a journaler and a paper crafter as well. So she's been stuck at home for the last few months because her husband's been going through some cancer therapy and so forth. So obviously to protect him and all of that, she's been at home for the last few months. And so I was her outing, and it was like a little kid in a candy store. And I'm like, go nuts. Like her book. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. Like, it just, like, if only I could do that. All right, going to come in with Forest Moss. So this one's Forest Moss. You did bomba. She has been colouring for a long time, but that's not the point. She's just a machine. I'm like looking for something and it cannot. Oh, there it is. Oh no! So Karen at Zucchini Kitty did this book from cover to cover, all with inks and stuff, and it's honestly, it's like meditation watching her color this book. Like she just comes in and it's like, and then magic appears. She just comes in with a swoosh here and a swoosh there, and next minute it's just gloriousness, and you're like, oh, right, yeah, I can do that. No. Alrighty, we got that. Now I'm going to come in with some Walnut Stain. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm changing my mind. I do that a lot. I'm going to come in with some Barn Door. And I'm going to come in. This is a Suneko thingy jiggy. It's an ink stick that allows you to use inks like pencils. So, a Fantasticks. I think Angie's got more of them downstairs. I don't know.
Do you want one?
No, this one, Lou. Yeah, I'm like, I think you've got more.
Yeah.
I've got to order some. They're cheap. They're not expensive. But they're basically a sponge in a pencil form for ink work. That was Angie saying you just use them up and then you throw them out. I think. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Thanks, Shell. But that's how I colour. I just wheel stuff around. And I move that fast that you guys don't realise what I'm doing. And it's like, whoa, next minute they'll be like, whoa, it's the Flash. She been the Flash. That way you don't see what I'm doing. And it's like, hey, look, magic. Yeah, I know. I wanted to use this for. I'm getting in trouble because I'm using the wrong tool now. I'm like, my gosh. Can't win. All right. No, don't. Honestly, Azra, inks are inks. You know, just get what you can get if you want to play with them. See if they're for you and thing. It's just that, you know, I live with Angie and we encourage each other to spend a ridiculous amount of money on things we don't need. So therefore, I think when my friend come over yesterday, she's like, so where's your money tree? And I went, my money tree is called me going to work every day. That be my money tree. This is where I come and I spend the monies, is my workingness. But my, it's like, all right, going to come in with Walnut Stain now. So I'm just going to use this now just to add a little bit of depth here and there. And, yeah, I hate paying full price for stuff. It like it hurts my soul having to pay full price.
Oh. Mhm.
Oh yeah, the Suneko. Yeah. So it's Suneko Fantastics. Fantasy. So okay. No one would get it except unless you lived in North Queensland. But we had a what are they called that go, oh my god, barge from Townsville to Magnetic Island, and it was called Fantasy kind of thing, but it was kind of, anyway, and I just think of the ad every time I do it, and that was kind of why I go into that craziness. Sorry, it's just, memories. All right. Get a bit of depth there. Cool. I'm going to do that. Now what I want to do is come back in with that antique linen that I used at the start. So I'm just going to, what I'm doing over, I don't think you can see it over off here to the right, is I'm just cleaning off the marmalade stuff that was on here. The mustard seed, whatever it was, the yellow. So I'm going to come back with antique linen, which is the base colour. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, my money tree, it comes and it goes. It's like, it has a spurt and then it disappears. That's my problem. And then I've got to go out and, weed and feed it by working my butt off. But my housemate downstairs, that one of my boarders is moving out. So I'm like, oh, until I find someone to move into the apartment downstairs, I don't have that. Yeah, that's a big chunk of my income gone, paying for the rent. That's all right. I'm going to use September as use your stash September. I'm going to use my stuff. I say that, and then I'll buy lots of stuff because I'm going to go down to Brisbane in September. So. All right. So kind of got that old kind of wallpapery look, I think. Now I just need to do the background. And what am I going to use for that? Let's come in with Blueprint Sketch. Actually, I might even end up coming in with ink tints on this, I think. Yeah, I think I might just use some ink tints. Might be easier because it's all like in little areas, and I'm good, but I'm not that good. No, I'm not. I'm not good at all. But you know what I mean. It's just a saying. Ink tints.
Yeah, how about?
Come in with iris blue to begin with, and then I'll deepen that up.
Right there, double. Yeah, well,
I know, and I probably guarantee you the apartment downstairs is probably bigger than yours. Although you're moving, but you know, it's you know, land overlooking the river, kangaroos. You'd be living the Aussie dream. We got it, like I said, there's a shortage of healthcare workers. I'll marry you. We'll get you through importation that way. I don't know what we'll do with Jeremy. We'll just pretend, I don't know. What can we say? Well, I'll marry you, then I'll divorce you, and then he and Jeremy can't come out. We'll work it out. Oh. Yeah, but I'm not marrying Ashley to have a relationship with her. I'm just marrying her to get her my, you know, get a citizenship. Nice. Hey, have you met me, Ashley? I'm certified insane, so
yeah, but
it works. So what's everyone been doing? I have, honestly, I've been so smashed at work the last couple of weeks that I come home most afternoons and I'm just staring. I can't even focus on a proper project. So I'm just doing bits and pieces of things here and there, but my brain's just like, bleh. She'd be mush. 2 more weeks and then I'm on holidays. Yay! I am honestly just like, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, well.
All right, so got that one down. What was that one? Iris blue. All right, let's get something deeper. Let's get deep blue. That makes sense. Hey, I said something deeper, so I'm going to go for the one that says deep blue. Don't even know what it is, but it'll do. Evelyn, hello. How are you, my darling? Sorry, I had to move to Soot thing. No, you've had a day. What has happened? No. She's been washing up, so. And I've probably been overwhelming the chat with the Angie story relic. Sagas of Angie. Coming soon as a 3-part trilogy.
Ja, va?
Ah. I've just proposed to Ashley, Evelyn, but you know, I don't know if Jeremy's going to let her. Yeah. Has to be the boyfriend on couch that ruins everything. All right, let's activate this. Oh, brisket. Oh, well, Evelyn's got a story for me. I'm like, yeah, look. Oh. So you got to get out of the chair? Yeah, have fun with that. All right, colorless blender. This is where I learned this one from is from Corey at Colorfully Optimistic. Love this. Love this. Love this thing. It has changed my world using the colorless blender. It is the bomb. I see that Corey's nearly at 10,000K, which is like so amazing for her. Well deserved too. She works her butt off. Me, not so much. I am thinking, and I probably will do it. I'm going to can the memberships. It's not fair. When I started it, I had intentions of doing stuff for my members, and I haven't, just with work and all of that, and it's unfair. So, I am going to probably, most likely, I am going to is just cancel that. It's not right. So that's what I'll be doing at some point when I remember to get it. I've got to get onto my actual computer to do it, and I always forget to do it when I get onto my computer, so I rarely use it. So I'll have to get Angie to remind me while I'm sitting here. And she's like, yeah, right. I think I could probably do it now, actually. But oh, the footrest hits my butt. Oh no. Oh, Evelyn. It's called Call Someone If You Need To. It'll take me too long to get there. But that's what you have emergency services for. Yeah. I would come lift you up, my darling, but it's so far away. I'll send you lifty uppy vibes. See if my magic can go all the way across the ocean. It's like when I can't remember what I've activated and I haven't activated, but hey, we're going with it. Hey, I only knew about it because I had half woken up and to the sound of ping, and she was like, I'm going to go live. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, oh, I have to human earlier. And I was like, oh. That was literally the sounds that I was making. Luckily, you can't hear that. And then Winchester's like, oh, you're alive. So I'm trying to get into Shell Stream, and Winchester's sitting on my chest going, pat me, pat me, pat me, pat me, pat me, pat me. And I'm like, oh. And then he's on there, and then it's the morning of, I need to get up and pee. But I've got the cat on my chest purring, looking content. And you're like, oh. It's like joys. How's that looking? Does that look like an old kind of wallpapery, gildedy thing? No, it's, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Yes. Hey, mind you, I'd probably go after the firemen. I get that, Evelyn. But it's not like that's not what they're there for. You aren't the first, you won't be the last. Trust me, I imagine Angie has felt that quite a lot over the last week herself. And I know I do. Like I had to call the emergency department last year, and oh my gosh, was it embarrassing. The whole situation that led to me having to call the emergency department, and then what happened had to happen after. I made a joke of it, but massively embarrassing. But also remembering that, it is what occurs, and trust me, my brother's a doctor. Some of the stories he's told me, we're tame, we're awesome, we're boring. So all right, well, I've got a wallpaper. What color should I do the skirting board is the question. I'm like, do I go a blue to match in with the wallpaper? I'm like, I don't know what. That's the thing. I've been like I kind of had an idea what I was going to do with the wallpaper. But I'm like, now what color do I want to do the skirting board? So while we think of the skirting board, I might do the floor. Oh yeah, I know, Evelyn. It's yeah, I get that. I get it. I would have been sitting there going, oh my gosh, I'm going to trust me. When I went to the hospital for the last one, believe me when I tell you that, yeah, it's okay. I'll tell you the story off stream. It's not a story for stream, but I'm happy to tell you, and I'll make you go, okay. But yeah. What, the skirting board? No, they always had colourful skirting boards with in like the manners and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to think. I was going to just use like, that, and then I'm like, I don't know. I'll just pretend it's not there for now, and we'll do something else. Okay, I'm going to come in with that antique linen again. Right there across the floor. Yeah, I can imagine so. I would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but
But what you didn't hear me say is that I have an apartment downstairs for anyone open to immigrate to Australia. Anyone wishing to come over and live the life. Well, actually, that's what I think I've decided what I'm going to do for that, but that's okay, and it'll work in with the yeah. All right, let's come in with vintage photo.
I do it wrong, but yep.
Oh yeah, but as you know, like my knees, sometimes when they're in that state, like because I've had bad knees since I was 12. You just can't. You can't get them to do what you need them to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that's where. Well, what was that? The vintage photo. Let's come in now with some Walnut Stain. Oh yeah, you can. We all know you can work remotely.
Yeah, and one.
And Australia has a tax agreement with the US, so that allows for you to just continue to pay your taxes in the US. So it's, which you would know, obviously. See what you do. All right, so we've got some Walnut Stain happening here. Going to come back in with that vintage photo now. Yeah, I don't know. Mind you, I was sitting there yesterday at work, got sidetracked went on a tangent, and on Friday, and was looking at becoming a intelligence officer. I was like, ooh, I'm like, that might be fun. Work overseas, gaining information. So it'll be when obviously the kids leave home. I'll think about it. Maybe be a bit of fun. All right. So there we go with that. And now I'm just going to come in with the outliner in the Inktense. So this is obviously non-activated kind of ink stuff that doesn't activate as such. Just going to put in a few things. There's plenty of room. Home affairs. Oh, I love it. Yeah, oh, next minute. That's what I say. The government released that they're going to increase the migration rates because we've got to try. We've got job shortage over here. So
Yeah, they're Baba.
or worker shortage. We got lots of jobs, just not workers. So
Oh. Yeah, Baba.
the floor, yeah, I love the floor. Yeah. I have no gap between my knees. So I had a condition when I was young called osgood-schlatter, which basically is just knee degeneration from an early age. So my knees are just cellophane knees. But at this point in time, I've learned to deal with it. And as I get older, it will obviously require further work. But I just have no strength. So I've got my upper strength is awesome. But if I have to lift something, I really struggle because my knees can't bear it. Not because I lack the strength, as in muscle strength. I just lack the knee strength. Hey, Marilyn. Does it stop me? No. Do I do it anyway? Yes. Because I may be a little bit stubborn.
Yeah, Baba.
Yeah, just a little bit.
There you go.
All right. So there we go. We got the floor. Now I'm going to come in and see if I can lift off some of the ink from his feet. Let's see if we can do a reverse inkage. So I've got a water brush. And I need a towel. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it, eh? Why not? We don't know if we don't try. All right, it's actually kind of working. Hey, look at that. We've got reverse inkage. That's my new thing. That's reverse ink. Mainly because on the floor I used distressed inks, which are water activated. This wouldn't work for the Inktense because they're permanent inks. That's kind of cool. Look at that. It actually worked. Go figure. Jeez, sometimes I don't know. Alrighty, let's go into the that thing. Skating board. Skating board, skating board, skating board. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to get. What am I doing? Hi.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Dawn. Beautiful Dawn. Mate, I haven't sung to you today. Probably because I said hello to you in shells and then I forgot all about it. Hey, Mona. Mona. Sorry. I just realised that I haven't done that today. You're like, oh, I was hoping she'd forgotten. I know, that's okay. Sorry. Alrighty. What did I decide I was going to do? Weathered wood. Oh yeah, I can imagine Evelyn, and me too, because I like wallpaper and stuff like that. And I was like, and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna embrace the kind of era and have a bit of fun and do something other than just plain, but still have something. So yeah, hopefully I kind of half did it. All right, weathered wood, weathered wood, weathered wood. Let's go for this. Now it's in my head. But Evelyn, I hope you're feeling okay. I'm just like, yeah. Oh, Marilyn, I get you. I'm like, I get you. It's how, like, you have no idea how much I have sitting here this morning going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Can I find an excuse not to do this? So trust me, I fully understand. And you can use whatever the bloody hell you want to use. I don't care. In any way, shape, or form. I don't care if you come in pencil. Use whatever you want. Whatever you feel confident to use. Hey Pam, good morning. Oh, it's so lovely to see you. How's it going down there? Has the rain hit you guys yet? It's on its way down. So if anyone's, I'm just using a bit of photo paper, like here, but you can use anything, but it's just a piece of glossy photo paper because I figured that'd probably be easier for my thing to smooth over. I was about to rain there too. Oh, wow. Yeah, we've already been told to expect more flooding this wet season. It's like, yay. Had 3 floods last year. Let's add another couple again. Cool. All right, so I got that base down. I'm going to bring in a little bit of salvaged patina, just because I can and it's a pretty colour. No other reason than I can and it's a pretty colour.
Yeah, Vanessa.
Now, it's looking splotchy at the moment. I've got an idea how I can fix this. Will it work? Don't know, but we're going to give it a go because that's what I'm all about. Hey.
Yeah, well.
No, it's just my brayer. Yep. Textures.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, just we call them textures, but yeah. Poured all the yeah. It rained a fair bit yesterday. It's clear as at the moment, which is good. All right, let's see if this will work. Don't know if it's gonna. As you know, I just make stuff up, but I want it to look like it's painted. So therefore, I'm going to go in paintbrush. That's got ants in it. Obviously, I need to change my paint water. Now, obviously, we're looking for water at some point. Okay, so I'm going to. I've just literally got a paintbrush that I've tipped some water on, and I'm going to see if I can activate this and make it into streaks like paint. I don't know if it'll work. I might have to come up with another idea. No, it's not. Okay. How can I make this work? All right. Let's come in and paint on the ink. Let's see what happens. See if it works. Love just trying stuff for the sake of trying stuff, hey? No idea whether it's going to work. I just want to get some brush strokes in there. But I think I'm getting more spots rather than brush strokes, so it's not doing what I want it to do. All right. Let's leave that dry for a sec and then I'll come back to it. Ooh, I love the colors, Ashley. Oh, they're gorgeous. What book's that? Yep. Yep. Paint water. Let's go somewhere so I can remember. Idiot. Of the didnts. Does everyone else say dead ant when they do the Pink Panther? Hey, yeah, need something new feeling. That works.
Hey, Alba.
Ah, magical jungle, nice. Use the Faber-Castell pen in white, the tiger. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, okay.
It was like even Shell this morning with the Castle Arts, and I'm like, I don't want them, but I just saw it opening. I'm like, I want them, but I don't want them, but I want them just because they look shiny. And I'm like, you do not need them, but I want them. That's my entire thing that I do with myself. I don't want them at all. But my brain just goes, you want them. Alrighty. Let's go in with some charcoal grey. So I'm coming back to the ink tints now. Charcoal grey. And then I'm going to get some white ink. White. Some white ink. White. I don't even know what thing I used last week, but this one will do. So I'm just using my good old little thing of white ink that I got from pulling apart my white gel pens. Alright, look at that. Monya intimidates me. But she's the loveliest person. That's the thing. How can someone so nice be so intimidating? It's like, oh. It's just everything she does is just like so amazingly outstanding. And I'm like, I'm so intimidated by you, but you're so nice. I know. I did the witch, the old hag thing from like last Halloween or whatever it was, and a couple of years, I don't know. And I got halfway through it and went, it's just not working the same way she does it. I can't be Monya.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Ow.
And it's like, no, I want to be like Monya. Yeah, I know. And like I have a Patreon of hers too. So I watch it and then I'm just like, I'm never gonna be able to do this. And then you sit there and think that's because she uses 5,000 million pencils. And then she goes ahead and does one with 5 pencils and still makes it look like something I could never do. And I'm like, but that's all right. As long as we keep nutting away, that's all that matters. All right. Mousy Mouse. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I need to wait for this to dry. I'm getting impatient. I'm like, just dry. I stuffed you up. I've got to fix this. Which I've got no idea how I'm going to fix it. So, but I need it to dry. Yeah, no. And that's it. I have all of her images, obviously, especially being a Patreon because she's so generous. But I'm like, she's my favorite of the whole thing. And then Christy Carroll, yeah, just watching her work with watercolor and stuff like that, like blah blah blah. And next minute, amazing. And I'm like, how do you do that? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fix it. I am gonna fix it from. I'm gonna fix it. This not happy with Jan
Yeah,
with this.
Yep.
But I'll fix it later.
Yep.
I just gotta wait for it to dry. What? Oh, Jamie, thanks. But no, I as you've gathered, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, is it time for Aussie? Okay.
Hey, Elba.
All right. Well,
did
while
a
I wait
bubble.
for that to dry, that's a good idea.
Digable.
All right. Angie, where were we up to? We did that one. Yeah, we did that one. So I think we're up to this one. So to barrack for some, I didn't even realize this was an Aussie word. You go barrack for someone, you follow them. Like you're like cheer them on. Go figure. All right, cuppa. Shell will know this. But other than that, unless you're a Brit, no one seems to know what a cuppa is. But if I want a cuppa, I want a cup of tea or a coffee. Now, because coffee's more popular. But it's just a cuppa. I'm gonna have a cuppa. It's like, okay. Invite someone over for a cuppa. Do you want a cup of tea? And alrighty. See, I've never called them that. A cabbage patcher, a Victorian. Never even heard of that.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Some of these I don't know. I'm like, so I'm missing it. If I've never heard of it, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of these going, no, they're so, we don't use it. All right, camp oven. Okay, that's what we call your Dutch oven over the fire with coals. We just call it camp oven. All right, the cardi, to wear a cardigan. So we don't put a cardigan on, we just put a cardi on. If you hadn't figured, we just shorten everything. To cark it. Honestly, to cark it, you die. Yeah, he carked it. Or, the dog carked it. All right, cash it in. And again, die, cashed it in. Cashed his check, died. All right, go to the centre. That's obviously Uluru and Alice Springs and all of that. So the red centre. A chalky is a school teacher, but we tend not to use that's gone out of fashion too. No. The Chateau cardboard is your goodie bag. I've never heard it called that. I've called it goodie bag. You've heard of the Chateau cardboard? Well, there you go. Well, it's boxed wine. We just call it goodie bag. All right, Chesty Bond. Okay, so Chesty Bond is a Bond singlet. Okay, so it's just a white singlet or a blue singlet that men often wear. Chew and spew. That's the takeaway food that you have at 3 a.m. after a night out. Okay, you go have some chew and spew because that's what you're going to do. You're going to go eat this greasy takeaway food and you know what you're going to do with it. But it makes you feel better. Okay, I've never called it that, but a Chinaman is an improvised loading ramp. Okay. Usually what I call a Chinaman is someone trying to sell me something cheap. And I'll be like, yeah, it's a Chinaman. Yeah. But alrighty. Chook. You hear me say no one that follows my stream should be surprised by chook, because we use that all the time. Chicken. All right, Chrissy is Christmas. What are you getting for Chrissy? To chuck. Okay, so to chuck is to either throw something, and it's also therefore has it gone into to throw up or to vomit. I chucked it up. Chuck a deepy or to chuck a tantrum again is to just go nuts. To chunder is another word of vomit. Oh, this is a great page. So circle work is so at our BNS balls, okay, which are bush balls. Okay, so they're balls out in the outback and like smaller towns and stuff like that. They have this thing where all of the guys, not drunk at all, wouldn't drink and drive, get in their utes and like try and show off their utes, because the utes are out trucks, I think you guys call them over there. But anyway, so basically 2 doors, tray in the back, and yeah, and they just go around going, hey, who wants to come hang out in the back of my ute tonight? Hey, how you doing? All right, clapsticks are our indigenous, like they're banging sticks that hold the beat. Okay, so 2 sticks that hold the beat while they use the didgeridoo and stuff like that. All right, clean skin. Okay, I don't know if they have it in anywhere else in the world, but we have it here where it's literally cheap wine, so cheap that they just put a clear skin on it. Like it literally just has white label that has a name on it and nothing fancy. It's just the dregs of the wine. All right. And yeah, that'd be about it. Some of them I haven't even heard of. I'm like, if I haven't even heard of it, I'm not even going to explain it. But there you go. But that is that one. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, I've had some really good clear skins. There was one there was a Merlot at one
Oh.
stage that was a clear skin back when I used to drink, and it was better than the Merlot you'd pay for fortune for, $5, and it was just the nicest Merlot. All right, I'm going ham. I'm literally going to paint with ink now. So I've just dipped my paintbrush into the white ink. Let's see if I ruin it. I don't want to go over the writing, so. Yay! It's looking good. It's looking like weathered wood. Awesome. Well, hopefully. Hope it looks all right from where you guys are looking at it. Dan Murphy's. You can buy clear skins at Dan's.
Yeah, dude.
Uncle Dan's has clear skins.
Dude.
Crazy skin, my clear skins. I'm not going to cellar door. I'm from the bush up north.
Hey,
we don't
oh.
have cellar doors.
Oh, we had.
Grapes don't grow in hot.
Yeah. Yeah, tickle
It's not hot here.
ball.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. He grew grapes, but it's not hot here.
Tickle.
All right. Hey, that's looking better. Yeah, look at that. How cool is this? My little ink pot. Thanks for not working on me gel pens and making me come up with different ideas. See, the thing is, Jamie, is it's like even if I think I've ruined it, I'm just going to keep making it work until it's like, yeah, all right, I'm happy. I'm happy. I can pretend that this was deliberate. I don't even pretend anymore. So
Yeah,
this is totally not where I expected this to go, but hey, we'll make it work. All right, I'm going to go down to a thinner brush now because that brush no good. It's too thick. It can go join the ants. All right. What color are we going to make mouse? Do we make him a brown mouse or a grey mouse? Because he's going to be through all, so I've got to pick a color because he's going to be the same all the way through because he's in lots of pages. So I've got to pick, is he going to be a brown mouse or a grey mouse? Ah, thanks, Angie. Yeah. If you put it straight in, Jamie, it just washes off. I wouldn't let it dry on there. I think you'd have to get solvent out if you let it dry on there. But if you put it straight into the water, This comes out. All right. Got that. Now I just want to bring in some shading on it before we get to the mousy mouse. French grey? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, brownie grey. Yeah. He's great, thanks. Well, and it's a, we'll go. He is Maestro, so, you know, it's close enough to France, you know, Italy, France. Let's go with that. His name is Maestro. All right, let's go for some black soot. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. You don't know what you want? Obviously, you don't either. Just coming in with a bit of black soot here, just to put some, obviously, some shading and stuff in, so we've got some dimension too. To the baseboards. Because I don't imagine they're all that clean, considering the animals run around the house every time the owner goes out. So, you know. That being said, that's my holidays. It's been 6 months since I've lived here, so it's time for the deep clean. I like to do a deep clean every 6 months. You know, all of the edgings and the bits and the things. It's like, yeah, fun, yay, not. Georgia will be like, yay, I get to leave because I'm going up to Dad's. Sorry. And then Emily will stop around because she's like being asked to do something. Oh, okay. All right. Mousy Mouse. Maestro. All right. Okay. So let's get a base down of old paper. So I've got old paper. I don't know what's that? Yeah, Jamie, absolutely. And at the moment, you know, it's the doesn't want anything to do with me unless wants money, Typical teenager response. Only when I want stuff, and then wonders why I get cranky. It's like, don't know they exist until, oh, I don't have any money. I didn't get paid. I've spent all my money on iced coffee, but can you pay for this? It's like, all right. They're in for a big shock because they've got phone credit coming up, and they decided the other week that they don't want to do the chores. That usually means that I pay for the credit. And I'm like, okay, have fun with that. Teenagers are delightful.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we got that. Now we're going to come in with Hickory Smoke. Yeah. So basically, try to make French grey base. And then you have to remember what colours I used next time I do it. Actually, I should do him over the other side while I'm here. But anyway, so we'll go do that. Okay, so he's also down over on this side, so we probably should colour him in at the same time. Hey? So he's over here as well. I'm just like going to turn him up with all of my papers. Crap everywhere. I'm going to take bigger. God, what did I use? Old paper. Hey, oh Della. Sorry, just dropped stuff. How you doing? I have a curly tool. You know, the ruler that's all curly to allow you to do swirls and stuff. It is not with the rest of my curly tool, like my tools. So to what I did with it, no idea. So hence why I quickly made this morning. Sorry. All right, so that was all paper. Back in now with Hickory Smoke. Oh, so glad. That is awesome. Fingers crossed it'll all kind of, now that most of it's done, it'll all filter down and, like, you know what I mean, drop thing out. Fires are the worst because it just smoke. Alrighty, so we got a base layer of our little mousy mouse. Let's do something with it now, hey? Let's get some that and bit of you. All right, I got some oak. From the ink tents. Obviously, I can go back into the ink tents now. Sorry. And don't need all of these anymore. Get you out of the way. Sorry, I'm just moving stuff out of the way because I got no room on my desk. I've got inks everywhere. Oh, absolutely. They are amazing. And a lot of them, as we know, are volunteers. Oh yeah. It just, you know, and they work until they drop. They, you know, they literally fall asleep in their vans and in the trucks, and then they're up. As soon as they wake up, they're at it again. They are honestly incredible. And like, you know, you hear stories. I've got the ones that literally their house is burnt down and they're still out fighting. They've had to make the decision to let their house burn to save others and stuff like that. They are honestly incredible people. I after our major bushfires a few years ago, I painted a painting and donated the proceeds to the Rural Fire Brigade and stuff. Because, you know, it was my way of doing something. All right, so that's oak. And we'll do the little dude down here. Going to bed, Shell? No, darling. I get that. And you also went, you know, you're falling asleep at the movies. I get it. Go to bed. Your brain will be exhausted from coming back on and streaming too. It's surprising how much it requires thinking. Where are we looking for time? Cool. I think I'm actually going to finish this. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to finish a page.
Yeah, well,
Let's chuck a party. There you go. Chuck. Throw. Let's throw a party. All right. I'm going to come in with sepia. Sepia. I need to write down. Is there a front of this book? Sorry, okay. Need to write down. Thanks. The colours I used on the mouse. Thanks. What have I used? I used background. Sorry, I'm going to do this before I forget. Background was old paper, Hickory Smoke, ink tints, oak, and sepia. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll probably put something else in a sec. Thanks. Otherwise I'll forget.
Yeah, don't go.
And I'll be back and I'll be like, hey, what color did I use on the Mountain Mouse? Mousy Mouse. Oh, Jamie, you're killing me. I'm coming over to rescue Evelyn and then go to your place for dinner, for pancake thing. Oh, now I want California waffles. Oh, we should go portside for lunch and have California waffles. Because Father's Day here today. And
People.
so I'm like, I'm mum dad. So I deserve it twice a year. Yeah, of course it'd be booked out. I was only kidding.
yeah.
Yeah. My best friends, I don't see them as much as I used to, but they used to be really close friends. And we're still friends, obviously, but they started a restaurant that has quickly become the best restaurant in the region. Like it's won awards and everything. But as a result, I don't see them very often. If you know people that are in hospitality, especially when they're successfully in hospitality, they're just way too busy now. But killing it, which is awesome. All right, and then I'm just going to come in with some charcoal grey as well. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Do you want to get in? Winnie, you just have to wait a moment. Winnie wants to get into Em's room, but she's got the door closed. I'll do it in a sec. He can wait, or she can get up and let him in.
Let her go home.
He's not going to starve. He's fine. He has water.
Here you go.
And she's not going to listen to me. All right, just going to activate this up. Hey, say hey, Ronnie. How you going? I think I've said hello to you, Sue, but I haven't said hello to Ronnie. I don't know anymore. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, he looks like a nice Frenchy grey. Okay. All right. Here's feet. Let's come in with some carmine pink. In his ears. His nose. All right. And I'm going to dull that down with a bit of neutral grey. His feet are way too pink, so I'm going to go over it with some white. Oh, thanks, Jamie. I don't know what I'm doing. But thank you. It's turning out, which is good. It doesn't look ridiculous. There's always a start. Okay. Alrighty, so now let's get his eyeball in. Give him an eyeball. And I'm going to go for put a bit of red oxide in. Sorry, I'm like red oxide. Activate that. We're not going to have it like devil red. Don't stress. We're going to darken it up. And then we're going to come in with some dark chocolate. If you can even see it. I'm like trying to keep these, because we're doing 2 at a time here. I'm trying to keep it there. All right. Go with that outliner and give him back a pupil. All right. I'm also going to use that outliner to redefine some of the toes down here. A little bit lost. And some nose first. All right. Now let's give him some life. Let's bring life to him. Coming in with the white ink. Who's gone and cracked open their white gel pens? Because it's so much better. All right. Tip of his nose. Now his whiskers.
Yeah.
3, I think. That being said, I actually have white ink, but you know, not everyone does. So it's a good alternative when the white gel pens drive you crazy because you can't get them to do anything. Yeah, and that's kind of it. Yeah, and I've got the titanium white
Yeah, well,
pencil, the all of that, the you know, but brush and pencil. That's it. I had to think of the brand name. I got all of that, but it was more. I was frustrated the other day, and I did this, and I went, "Hey, this is actually an alternative." Because not everybody has every supply, and I was like, well, and what's good is if you don't know if you know that, but like ink like this, the gel pen ink, you can use your nail or something to scratch it and give it some texture. which I always like to come back and do.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're getting there. He's kind of got a bit more alive now. Now a little dude down here. And then I'm done. Oh my god, I finished a page. I feel like chucking and dance. Whoop whoop.
Yep.
Diddling beds, making a love. Get down tonight. That's what's in my head at the moment. That's why I went silent. Because I was singing in my head.
Take a bomba.
All right. Here's that, people. Actually, while I'm here, because this is the problem. Once I start with the white, I can't stop. Bye, Dawn. Have a lovely day. I'm just doing whites now, just to annoy people. I'm like, oh, well, do some highlights on the leaves and the. I'm not going to do too, just a little bit. Sorry, yeah, we've all got quiet. I'm like, I'm zoned out. I'm like,
Yeah.
pretty bad, but when I zone out of my own thing, hey. Wait up. cool. I did pull out some pencils, just in case I thought I needed to do some pencil work, but I think I've managed to do it without using pencils, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba. It.
Ah, that's awesome. Good. So we should. He's probably like, you've been yelling at me a little bit too much, Evelyn. You need some time out. Be like, you're getting stressed, woman. And I could tell. Time out for you. Oh, there it is. Time out for you. All right. Let's zoom on out. I'm just cleaning my brush. All right. Let's zoom on out and see how this dude looks. Zoomed out. That's true, AG. Yeah. Lights come out, and you can see the mess of my desk. But there we go. There we go. And then I'm like, wait up, I did do one more thing. One more thing. I'm going to come in with the Distress Ink White and just put some lines into a floorboard. So just so it hasn't, just it was just a little bit too not, I needed something there. Okay. All right. There we go. There's our first one in the Inkhouse. Oh my God, how exciting is this? It's done. Yay! First aid! Woo! So I'm like, yay! Yay, 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 yay. But it's all been done now. I know, I saw yours, Louise. It was awesome. And Evelyn, it's like, yay, people will be doing this. It's like, yay, done. Go to bed, Ashley. Oh, no, it's not bedtime yet for you. It's bedtime for Shell. Relax. You got work tomorrow. Oh, no, you don't. It's Saturday. Oh, I get all so confused. It's Sunday here. Congrats on my first one. Yay. Now there's like 5,000 pages to go. But anyway, but it got done in a stream, which is always a plus. That's awesome. But yay for playing with inks and just seeing how we go. How does the back? Oh, I'd hope nothing. Yeah, there we go. Only there where I went too heavy with the water. That was my fault. But other than that, nothing. No, that was where I dropped too much water down when I was trying to paintbrush it and it didn't work. So there you go.
How's that? Yay! I'm so excited that one's done. Whoop, whoop. Means I'm like, yay, I actually did something. Woohoo! I completed a page. Isn't that sad when it gets to that point? It's like, yay, I actually got a page done. I'm like, wow. All right, everyone, and it's perfect timing. It's time for me to go. Have a lovely day. I'm probably going to go back to bed. I'm just being honest with you. I am shattered. And I'm going to relax for a Sunday. And then I will see you guys next week. I have no idea what I'm doing next week. Yeah, got that. Not a clue. But sounds good. Oh, yeah.
Ito po.
Oh, that was a bit of fun. So these are like these. Andrew got this. It's just like a 3D inspired coloring. Look at that. All right, I might do one of these. That could be fun. Yeah, we could do one of that because they're nummy. All right. Okay. I'm going to go. Have a great one. Love you all. Mwah. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Ito po.